Things are really surprising. It's pretty awesome picking up the pace with my channel, and some of it's a little residue from last year. I know that with some of the stuff I did, but I have to give some credit to this channel, this person by the name of Dontay London, and what he's doing is amazing, putting himself out there the way he has. Um, but I'm going to transition into my own thing. Um, But I'm going to reiterate what he reiterates, and you may have been following my channel and you've seen some of the changes I've at least attempted to make. I'm a little under the weather, forgive me, and I'm still doing another video. I had just done one driving in my car, and I didn't really like the audio quality, but guess what? I'm going to leave it up. I never know. This is from past experience on some videos I've been really disappointed in, and actually some of those turned out to have some pretty big views. So you just don't know. If there's something you don't like that you've done, or if you've published it on YouTube, don't take it down necessarily. Sometimes viewers like imperfections that you may hate, but it may help your channel tremendously. Um, so the new wave and the new trend on YouTube that's growing in success exponentially is making real videos about what YouTube is doing for you. Also talking about maybe your job that you haven't quit. You haven't quit that job. Maybe talking some about that. Your bills. Maybe nothing too personal. I'm not sure. When I listen to him, his wife seemed to indicate maybe some personal stuff. It's like, nah, nah, nah. So I don't know. You'd have to listen to him if you want to know really the nitty gritty of it. Dontay London. But if you're listening to me, I'll tell you, you can mix it up however you want, but do keep it engaging. And I know I struggle with that, but I'm learning. I'm learning. I'm what's that? Gnawing your teeth on the pew or whatever when it's a church issue, but it's not that at all. But I'm just learning as I go, and I guess we're gonna see where this takes off. We're gonna ride a wave. I don't maybe want to ride a political wave, and it's not that. It's a YouTube wave. So if you have the chance and you have the desire in your heart, and if you don't, why don't you? You have to question that a little bit. I know I was a little whiny in my last video, and I've never, ever, I mean, came across that way, like in a public forum. I was like, wow. But it's just time. And it doesn't have to be an elaborate setup at all. In fact, this here is probably a little too much. But guess what? I've already put in the work for a studio, and I don't have very many places in my house that would be suitable, especially this time at night. I will try to find some. They will be much less, you know, showy, if this is even showy. I turned my angle a little bit so it would show something else. Maybe some of you all are tired of the same scenery video after video, so I'm trying to change it up a little bit. But if it doesn't bother anyone, I'll try to shoot wherever I can, and it might be this scene right here. Although the idea is to try to keep it real, and I have all these LEDs, um, but it is. I'd actually have to pack everything up in a different location to make it more real too. I've tried my bedroom before. I mean, there's the beige wall of despair. That works pretty good. Just, you know. And I'm not, probably not the ideal time to be talking when I'm kind of under the weather, but, I feel like the most motivated ever. And it's ironic that I happen to be under the weather during this time where I want to get things rolling. Because, hasn't always been the case. I've always had a little steam to keep things moving at some pace. I haven't ever gave up on YouTube, but now I really want to kickstart it and get it going. Here I am sounding this way, but I'm just trusting and believing the right person's going to hear me. They're going to be motivated, and that's already happened. I've gotten a few comments like, "Thank you. I needed this video," type of a response. Who else am I going to reach with this? Let me know. Um, I don't know if I broke it down really good. And I keep reiterating, I'm not really going to apologize for repeating myself because I need to hear it over and over again, as much as you. That right now, YouTube is in easy mode, they say. I know it sounds cliche. I know it sounds, you know, it sounds like something that's reminiscent of like being spammed or something like that. I understand we've all been spammed. I'm spamming the hell out of you right now, and I'm sorry, but we need to come across. I hate salesmanship. I literally hate it. I go through the mall when they have those center aisles. They're trying to sell you something. Hope I'm not coming off like that, but if I am, I am. It is time to sell on YouTube, not a product per se, but to speak what's going on. How are you making it? How are you surviving? And what has YouTube done for you? Maybe you're not monetized yet. That's fine. But are you getting more views? If not, speak from a place of projection. Like, what would it be like if you did experience more views? Would that mean something to you? Could it mean something to you? Why would it mean something to you? Is there another reason besides just the monetary value of getting a check in the mail from YouTube? I mean, I don't necessarily think we need to inquire into motives. Money is fine, but if it helps you to inquire into your motives, feel free to do so and share your thoughts on what do you think is a good reason to be on YouTube? What's a good reason? Um, I can tell you right now, for years, I didn't give one thought towards money. I just wanted to do YouTube videos. I felt led in my heart I was supposed to do that. I think all the way back in 2017, and I think I started even before then, but I became a little more consistent around, I think, 2017. My videos were not great. If you think this is horrible, you can visit a whole new level of horrible if you want to and see some of my older videos. Maybe to you they're better because they're more real when we're talking really real. But without sounding as whiny as I have, I wanted to sort of get sort of in a pumped up mode, which isn't really how I normally am, to try to get other people um, inspired to do something. How would I feel if someone was yelling at me, hey, you need to, blah, blah? I mean, I generally hate that kind of stuff. I know. How else do I convey this opportunity on a one-to-one basis with you to help you understand why would you want to do it? The only thing I can think of right now is why wouldn't you? Um, Gosh, it's horrible that right now I'm feeling this way, but I'm going to talk to you the best I know how. The best I know how is just to convey a message of truth, and that truth is there is a chance. There is a chance, and it's much better than a lottery ticket or anything type. Have you gambled before? Have you played the lottery? Here at least, you put yourself out there. Let's say you go on for 3 months and you see media. I mean, at the very least, you should expect some sort of subscribership. If you are able to talk into the camera, even poorly, and people see you trying, you'll get subscribers, even if you're not doing that great at all talking into the camera. Now, if you're someone with more social skills, all you have to really do is pretend like you're talking to a person when you're talking into the lens. Or in case of an iPhone, you're talking to three lenses and you're not really sure which one is which, but it doesn't matter because they're pretty close together. Um, you have to be willing to talk off the cuff, and I think following a script, if you're really good at that, go ahead. I'm not. I'm more prone to ramble, and I don't consider it necessarily a bad thing. Now, some viewers may be, or listeners may be annoyed by that, but I think there are enough people out there who can recognize the effort, who can resonate with the message, that are already predetermined or dispositioned at some point, that they had some seed of hope planted in their heart. Maybe it wasn't watered the best, but they knew deep down inside they wanted to do a YouTube channel, weren't sure if they were quite ready. Maybe they even, initiated the account. Maybe they use it to navigate and snoop on different channels. Maybe they've even uploaded a couple, 3 videos, but haven't done much beyond that. No, if that's you, or if you haven't began a channel at all, either way, I do want you to start, I want you to begin thinking that you need to try at least one YouTube. Now, I don't want to give the impression just try one. I want you to have some level of resolve within your heart that you're going to have a predetermined amount of time that you're going to give this. I said a month. I think in my heart I actually mean longer, but I don't want to have to eat my own words either. I have something in my head. I'm not going to say it out loud, I don't think, but I'm going to give this a shot. It's going to be a long shot. Now, I have other commitments with YouTube, reading poetry and ASMR. I don't want my subscribers thinking, oh, all of a sudden he's just spamming the heck out of me. I kind of am in a way, but hopefully in a different way and in a good way. A way for you to realize there is an opportunity, and I want you to be totally aware of it. It's like, okay, I get it. Can you do something with it? I know it takes a lot to think that anyone could change based on a message that I'm trying my best to give. And could it be for your benefit? Could it be for my benefit too? Of course. Of course. But whoever's giving the message can also get the benefit. Because we're riding the wave, in a sense, together. When something catches on and it becomes a trend, I don't think you understand the impact and the compound effect it can have. The good news is this is not a multi-marketing thing. This is not you having to go to a seminar. This is not you having to pack your bags and go to a conference and turn it into a /vacation/conference and try to make the best of the experience by, I don't know, having some fun along with it. This is the fun that you make it to be. Or if it's just work, that's fine. I mean, sometimes we just have to grind ourselves. Not grind ourselves. We have to, I don't know what I was going to say. I'm tired a little bit. Sometimes we have to plow. And is that the season we're in where we have to make a step? I hope it can still be fun. This is a lot more fun than going out to the bar, getting wasted, and regretting it the next morning. I don't know why I thought of that. I don't think I've been in that scenario. I haven't been at all. And that's not to toot my own horn, but if that's where you're at, that's fine. But we need to think about some changes. And I'm just looking at this microphone is warning me my time's about up. And that's fine. The videos that you do record are supposed to be 20 minutes long, a minimum of 15. I'm not sure if this one's even going to make it, but think about recording a video. I mean, I want to say right now, but I know that's maybe too much pressure. Within the next couple days, think about what you're going to say, and whether you're ready or not, grab the camera, press the record button, tripod or not. If you do have a tripod and a way to mount your iPhone or Android, that is a little better, but maybe some people just like to hold it by hand, and maybe some people like to see just a handheld video recording. Maybe I should even try that. Some of my better videos that have actually taken off without any promotions have just been like a second thought, an afterthought. Oh, I should record this. Getting a pilar cyst, going into the clinic to get a pilar cyst removed. I mean, that's kind of gross. I didn't show any of the procedure, but it actually took off pretty fast. People are, I guess, interested in gross stuff like, was it pimple popper type stuff? But I don't know. I think you get my heart, though, that I just want you to rest assured that if you try this, there is a level of benefit. I don't know if it's going to be monetary as soon as I would like or you would like, but it's going to be something. If you can adjust your heart's expectations, that it will be positive for you. And yes, it could be money. Lots of people make money on YouTube. It's no surprise. I know we want to be realistic and not set our expectations so high. But, if you don't shoot for something high, you won't even reach a medium point. That's why we shoot for the moon, to get to some other point, I guess, at least out of the atmosphere of our own suffering and own doing. I don't know what to tell you. My heart just feels like I should share this message, and I wish I could convey it, somewhat heart to heart, just a little bit of a head knowledge at this point still, because it's money, and it's hard for me to convey it any other way than how I'm doing it now. It's also just an experience to get behind the camera, if nothing else, and have, for some of you, maybe you're divorced or have some level of depression you're dealing with, and just having something to do and something that could be hopeful for improving your situation. It's a nice thought. And you have to have a positive frame of mind. I mean, are you going to be totally just let down and in the dumps if it doesn't turn out the way you want it to? You got to take care of that in the forefront, so that doesn't become the aftermath. The forefront of your thoughts is that you're adjustable. I mean, I don't really believe in evolution per se, but if you want to say we've evolved for millions of years, fine. It doesn't really bother me to think that way, even though I believe in creation. If you want to think in terms of evolution, we've evolved to this point where we are very adjustable and, what do you call it, elastic creatures, and our brains can adjust, and it can be very elastic. And we can learn far more than you could ever imagine. Like, I wouldn't really want to learn a new language as much as I know my brain could probably do it. It would just be too much for me. But in this sense, it is kind of like a new language. At least I can speak it in English at this point. As long as I can continue having a voice, albeit it is quite a low voice at this time and quite rumbly. Well, I trust you've been encouraged by me just to do a 15 or 20 minute video. You don't have to be all riled up like maybe I was in a couple of mine. You can chill. You can tell people, look them in the eye through the lens and tell them there is an opportunity for you. Explain if you're more methodical. I like methodical. I just don't always know how to operate within that realm. You can explain things in a very, I'm trying to think of the word I always use lately, decorum. A way that shows that you have decorum, aptitude, and there's even another word. You have a sense of social skills and connecting with people. So, I want to believe that I'm getting a little better. And I know I have a long ways to go. And maybe this is even part of that journey too. Even if you think you're totally lacking in that department and that would be the reason or excuse that you wouldn't want to do this, it's actually a very good reason to do it. So actually, to the contrary, if you're lacking in connecting, this is all the better reason to make the connection. All right. Well, thanks for listening. I don't want to preach, but I guess I have a little bit. So I trust that you could forgive any of me stepping on your toes in a way that felt less than nice. But it's not always nice. We want to be kind too, because kindness is letting you know there's an opportunity. So, with that being said, I hope you do find it in your heart to continue listening to my videos, see how I improve. You continue to actually begin making videos and see how you improve in doing that, how you undergo that process, and let me know how it's going for you. I don't know if I can improve your situation much in terms of how are you gonna do it. It's really winging it, to be quite honest. You have to be willing to wing it. I don't know if there's another way, unless you want to write out a script. If you're that way, maybe that would work. It's just not the way that I'm inclined to tell you to do it, but maybe that's a way. Um, anyway, like I said, I'm ready to end the video. So I appreciate your time. Thank you kindly for listening. You're very kind for listening to the end if you did. Probably didn't deserve it entirely, but all right. Thanks for watching.